So we are back on tour for the first time in 18 months with Anton and Giovanni in Him and Me.
I think the reason why we work so well together is because we're quite different, really. I don't know if you've noticed. It could be easily missed.
Yes.
And I think that, and also, we love what we do in the same way. So we're both great fans of this. We love this. And I just think it makes for a great night. And I think he's super good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just say absolutely right. We are different, but at the same time, we just enjoy what we do, really.
Different but the same. The great thing about this cast, of course, they were cheap because they're all out of work. So that's why we got some of the good ones. I'm joking.
No, it's a phenomenal cast, isn't it?
It's a phenomenal cast.
The talent on stage is just out of this world. You know, we have best dancer we could ask for.
We've got a lovely mix, haven't we?
Yeah.
How does it feel singing on stage?
Let me tell you something about singing on stage. Nervous. I've never done anything like this before, but luckily I had Anton and Alan help me all the way through to improve a little bit. I don't call it singing. I think hitting the notes is the right thing to say.
Well, I think you're singing. Don't you worry about that. And you're doing it marvellously well. Obviously. I think it's lovely. I think the audience are really, really enjoying it. I love your Neapolitan song as well.
Which one?
Better Ciao.
Oh, it's the only one I sing.
Well,
that's
there you
what
are.
I like. My favorite part of the show is actually when we chat. But no, not because of anything else. Because we be on stage with Anton. It's quite interesting and quite. You never know when it's going. You know, usually, obviously, we do our own show, so we are at the start of the show. But when you have to set a stage with a big personality, which is Anton Beke, you know, legend and my personal idol, as you know.
Beauty.
I love you. It's just quite interesting because you don't know what's going to happen on the night. You know, you just have to deal with it. And I'm then thinking, where is going to go now? Where is going to go? So I have to all the time be there. And
you're very nimble.
I mean, so far so good. I've been there.
So far so good. You're doing very well.
I've been there. So
you're doing very, it's lovely actually because I know you're normally a bit of a solo flyer when you're doing your shows, and to enter into a two-hander like this is a new experience, and it really does take a new skill. And I just think you're doing it wonderfully. You're doing I'm very pleased with you.
Thank
well
you very
done.
Much. Thank you.
Very
Daddy.
pleased with you.
I just call you Dad.
Sounds wrong, but I don't know. I quite like it. We talked about who we'd like to get to put the show together for us, didn't we? And we decided on Alan because Alan's come on to Strictly a few times over the years and put numbers together, and we love the numbers he puts together. And so we asked him if he would like to come and put this together with us. And it's the best thing we ever decided, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I think it couldn't be more right to do a show like this because there's a kind of musical theatre show, really. It's not an evening with. It's just, there's everything involved.
It's not a ballroom show.
Yeah.
Definitely not a ballroom Latin American show.
There's everything. There's music, there's dancing, there is tap, there is comedy, there is everything. And Alan has got all of them. So
all that talent.
Instead, actually talking
Should
about
we bring
Alan.
him in?
Yeah, Alan.
Bring him in. Alan?
No.
See him backstage.
Your checks are in the post. Thank you for that intro.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Alan Burkett.
It has been an absolute nightmare.
That's a good start.
Do you know, we've just had a ball, haven't we? And I think when they asked me to do this, I snapped up the opportunity because it's one thing choreographing directing a show for one person, someone from Strictly or something, where it's just that's their lane. But because they're so different, it's been a real cooking pot. And I've been able to stretch them and say, why don't we try this? Why don't we do this? And like you were saying, all the comedy and the musical theatre and their tapping, and they've just approached it with the best attitude and have just gone, yeah, whatever, let's give it a go. And I can't do it like Gio's voice. He's never sung before on stage, and it sounds amazing. So I've loved it, and it's been a real whirlwind, hasn't it? It's quick. Yeah. But we've got there, and I think we've got a cracking, entertaining show for the audience.
I tend not to get involved in the choreographical process. Even when we're sort of workshopping, I tend just to go, you come up with something and show me. And otherwise, I'll end up doing what I do, and I don't want to do that.
And I think that's what it was actually good with working with you, because we come from different backgrounds. So the fact that we compromise and we got the deal and stuff of okay, I would love to have this, but at the end, coming from different perspective, we try very hard, and at the end we end up to do tap.
Yeah.
Never done in my life. You have. I haven't. So just
I
challenge
taught
myself.
you how to jive.
Oh, you told me how to jive. There you go.
That was tremendous.
That's the tremendous thing. And we told you how to do bachucadas.
Exactly.
Well, this-
So Jose, can you believe it? We are here back in a theatre again for the first time in 18 months.
I mean, it's been a very long 18 months now. I mean, still goosebumps of every time that I walk into a theatre on this tour. It's unbelievable that we've been now able again to put the setup, the lights, the sound. It's really nice, isn't it?
And it's your first time working with Anton and Beke. You've done years with Giovanni, and how's that been?
Well, Anton, absolutely lovely person to deal with.
He's a gentleman. He's just
I
an
know,
absolute gentleman.
absolutely. Yeah. He speaks in Spanish to me every time he sees me, so I do appreciate that. Yeah, Anton, really nice person. Glad I'm working with a legend, because he's a legend.
He is a legend. And how nice is it working with Giovanni again? Because every year we do one of his tours, they get better and better and better.
Yeah.
And this is box office show, isn't it?
This absolutely is a box office London West End show.
Lovely.
and that was me waiting for the hand, by the way. This is behind the scene. Thank you. And that was the end. Thank you for behind the scene. I was waiting for that.
Thank you, Lauren. That was
It's
lovely.
showtime, people.
Thank you, guys.
Right,
Yep.
faces on, people.
Thank you.